I think the first thing that jumps out about my whole fitness journey is when I decided to get into shape. Like the day I realized that I needed to make a change, I didn't wait until Monday. I literally walked out my door and started running. And I didn't really have a plan on what to do, how many reps to do. I was just like, I'm just gonna make a plan that works for me and I'm gonna see how that goes. With a career this long, there's definitely peaks and valleys. In my 20s and 30s, I would see a couple guys that were taking fitness serious on the competition floor. I felt like I was living in a box for a little bit and I just didn't think that I needed it. I'm like, well, I still ride pretty decent. Ego was attached a little bit. 5 years ago, I definitely wasn't at a peak. You know, I was 35 years old and I was starting to get a little bit weaker. I was just not as strong, you know, mentally or physically. And that, I think, was the moment that hit me. Immediately, I started putting a plan into place and it was like a tumble effect. Like I just started getting quicker and faster and stronger. And my riding started to look a little bit more like it looked in my 20s. When it switched, it switched. When my eyes open about 3:30 a.m., I get right out of bed. It takes me no more than 3 seconds. And I just walk straight into this garage and start doing that 15-minute warm-up. Everyone's asleep and there's really no distractions. It's just kind of me in here doing my thing and it's addictive. I'm not trying to be stronger than anybody else. I'm just really trying to, improve myself every day. If you can get into a rhythm of being consistent, then it can change everything. The way I started taking care of myself completely has changed my life. I have a lot to say about meditation, bro, because I'm 5 years in. So if you want to talk to me about meditation, I'll talk about meditation. My coach was he started to see me on the contest floor, just getting nervous and losing focus a lot, and said, man, I think you need to start meditating. And I'm kind of like a lot of people out there. I'm like, dude, what do you want me to do? And he's like, just close your eyes and breathe. I would come out here for just 5 minutes and I would just breathe. I started to notice a difference almost immediately when I was on the bike, but I didn't know why. You're training a muscle in your brain to every time there's a distraction to go back to the present moment. And you don't realize it, but over time, the more you can kind of catch those thoughts, you're actually teaching yourself to be more present. And I started the journey of meditation to be more present on the bike, but what I started to realize is it put me more present in life. I started to notice things I'd never noticed before. Food started to taste better. I started to notice wind that was going through my hair when I'm walking through the parking lot, and I just started to become more grateful for these little things. That translated onto the contest floor tenfold. When my mind started to wonder about, are you gonna podium? Is this guy looking at your tricks thinking that they're a little bit older? Do you belong out here? And your brain kind of knows, no, Terry, go back to how your feet feel on the pedals. Go back to how your breath feels filling up your lungs and coming back out your mouth. Like, go back to that, and that just kind of really keeps you where you need to be. The mindfulness and gratefulness has played the biggest part in my comeback to getting in shape. Bro, it's crazy. I mean, emotional just thinking about it. So I gotta, yeah. Shit. I mean, I'm 40 and I'm still doing what I love to do when I was 12. Shit. The moment I got in the garage and started working on my strength and conditioning, it kind of hit me. When I started the journey, it was to just like be a better rider. Then I started to realize like I had that mobility in my body that I was starting to lose. It changed everything.
I'm on a road, I'm on a road, out of control, out of control. You taking names, your life a joke. I'm on a road, yeah, I'm on a road. All about hustling, we steady stacking it. Think I'm a miss, but that statement not accurate. I'm in the gym pushing, maxing out, practicing money so old I could buy all the Vaticans. Yeah, I'm feeling glorious, catching these devs so victorious. There ain't no way you controlling us. Master that matrix like Morpheus. Man down, I could never stand.